Hi, welcome to another episode of Webcam Sessions. This episode is going to be a little bit brief, but I want to talk about one of my favorite new sayings. I learned it from one of my students who's a health coach, and she says, all or nothing? No, always something. And I love this for the ukulele because all too often we set goals for ourselves, whether we just bought a new book that we want to learn a certain number of songs out of, or we bought a new course, or we signed up for private lessons, or whatever else. And we set, this checklist of goals that we want to accomplish, whether we actually write it out or just sort of think it in our minds. And, it's great to have those goals when we're checking them off and working through them, but there's this little thing that's called life that sometimes gets in the way of that. And all too often, what happens is we think, oh man, I have one day to accomplish that goal that I set 2 weeks ago. There's no way I'm going to accomplish it. I'm getting stressed out just thinking about it. I'm not going to play my ukulele. And this saying of always something tries to rewire us to think, well, I'm just going to pick it up and play for a couple minutes, right? Because even if all that you do is pick up your ukulele, tune it, and play C, F, and G7, you're going to be better off than not playing it. And that feeling of dread, where you set a goal for yourself and you're not able to accomplish it, and the instrument becomes more of a source of stress than it does stress relief, means that we're doing it wrong, right? Because the instrument should be about self-fulfillment, enjoyment, and a hobby really more than anything else, because of that thing called life that I mentioned before, which can get stressful and busy. So my advice is always something. Thank you, Wendy, for that awesome saying. And whenever you're sitting and realizing, oh, I haven't played my uke in 2 weeks, I better play it. Oh, maybe not because I won't make as much progress. Just always something. Pick it up and play it, even for a few moments. And to talk a little bit about practice with that, the hardest thing to do is to get started with practice. And so if you just think always something, I'm gonna pick up the uke, I'm gonna tune it, I'm gonna play C, F, and G7, or I'm going to work on this bar chord or whatever for a few moments, you oftentimes will find that you'll end up continuing to hold the ukulele and practicing and get more practice in than you might have originally set out to do. So remember, it's not all or nothing when we're learning, it's just always something. So I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Webcam Sessions. Hope you have a great week.